Their aura is unequal.
Well, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. Or whatever. And it's going to make it a little more raspy, and I follow directions.
Their contents are legendary.
Like that little sheet you see is his concept drawing.
Their attitude is embraced. Tune in to one of the most up and rising kaiju-sized groups within our community. So go ahead and watch all of their creative content, including that of the Raw Attitude live interview, where they have special guests ranging from actors, directors, toy creators, artists, and many, many more. You can also find them on multiple of other social media platforms, ranging from Instagram, TikTok, X, Facebook. You could even sit back and watch your favorite classic monster movie and even watch us go through one of the most iconic games on Twitch. Featuring your hosts, Eric Stolp, Adrian Settle, Joe Myers, Samson West, Jordan Adorno. They are the Monsters with Attitude.
What's going on, listeners with attitude? Welcome to another MWA Presents Let's Talk Raw, where we go over all this week's news and information, top stories, possibly some reviews, some breaking news, all that fun stuff. As always, I am your host with the most, Mr. Joe Mama, and joined with me, as always, my bearded brethren, my brothers from other mothers, the Stalapi Poppy himself, the legendary bearded kaiju, Mr. Eric Stolp. It's like stop with an L. What's going on, buddy? How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Yeah, it should be fun. Lots to talk about, I think, and different things. I think it's not going to be all, kaiju centric this time. So that'll be fun and get everybody's kind of opinions. So yeah.
And the Puerto Rican fever himself, the realist Goji fan in the room, Mr. Jordan Adorno. What's going on, Jordan? How are you?
I am doing a lot better. That once again, I am here with my MWA brethren. Yeah, there's no water in the city of Waterbury, Connecticut, and it's not going to be any water for a week. Rumor has it. So this definitely makes up for it.
Man, well, I hope you can get some water so you can shower your stinky ass and do us all a favor. Poor Michelle, she's got to be smelling that all day.
Listen, no, she's out of town with my in-laws because they're not suffering that consequence here in Waterbury. Yeah,
of course. I want to say right off from the get-go, sorry for my disheveled look and the puke on my back. I am playing Mr. Mom today. My wife is at work, so we got a little special guest here. My buddy Theo's hanging out with us today. First official stream appearance. So we'll see how long it lasts. If I jump off real fast, y'all know why. Let's say hi to the chat real quick before we get going. As always, it's Nathaniel. Nathaniel says, hi, I asked Santa for a King Kong Lives playset this year. I asked him for it when I was 5, and I didn't get it, or the years later. I've been somewhat good this year, so maybe I can finally get one. I don't know if you've been that good because you ditched us for Cam. So if Santa asks me, I'm going to tell him no. He says, Merry Kaiju Christmas, everyone. I love you all. The King Kong Lives original movie poster was one of the best presents I got this year. Thank you guys. I love you all. Nathaniel, we love you too. Merry Christmas early. We hope Santa does bring you that King Kong Lives merch that you're searching for.
That's right, buddy.
He says, sweet shirt, Eric. Wander This World 97 says, I bet Theo has better box days than Samson. For sure. For sure. No doubt. Yeah. Say hi. You say hi to everybody? Say hi. Say hi. All right. Looks like the chat's being a little slow to pick up today. I'm sure there's holiday parties and all of that fun stuff going on. For those of you that we might not see, I just want to say right from the get-go, Merry Christmas, Merry early Christmas to everybody. We will be here next week, so make sure you tune in. But with that, I'm good to get going if y'all are.
Absolutely. Let's do it, man.
All right. First and foremost, we have the Ooh, wow, that was quick. We have the retirement of John Cena. 23 years, one legend, never give up. WWE has kind of promoted it pretty heavy for the year. Cena's retirement run, if you will. They labeled him the GOAT, and he main evented WrestleMania one last time, won his 17th World Championship, beat Ric Flair's reign. Eric, what's your thoughts on this run?
All right, so I'm going to say this here first off. I am not and never have been a John Cena fan. Remotely. I have always hated the guy. I have always thought that he was spoon-fed by Vince McMahon because that was his poster boy, and that's probably true, honestly. So, by all means, I am not a fan of John Cena for sure, honestly. But, I cannot deny what he did for 23 years and what he did for the sport, what he brought to WWE, what he did for fans outside of WWE, honestly, and him being that ambassador that he was and the kind of guy that he is, just kind of transcended, I think, anybody that has ever done it before, and I probably ever will, honestly. He holds Guinness World Record for Make-A-Wishes, and I doubt that it'll probably be broken because that guy took the time for those kids, and kids looked up to him. He was a modern-day superhero, honestly. So with that, like I said, I didn't like him as a wrestler. I didn't like him, his shtick. I didn't like his personality. I didn't like him that way. But as a human, he seems like a very cool dude, honestly. And for what he did for the sport, really, really meant a lot. And honestly, I watched his whole career. I was watching wrestling when he first started, and I watched it on Saturday night when it ended. So it was kind of a big deal. And I wanted to make sure that I actually did get to watch it because it was an end of an era. It was kind of like when Undertaker called it quits at WrestleMania against Triple H and having HBK with there. Like, that was a big deal. I got to watch it. So seeing these runs end is, I think, a big deal because this is the stuff that I grew up with. Very set in stone backbone of me watching wrestling, even though I watched like the Attitude Era in the 90s and 2000s and stuff. So, but just seeing that it's all done, I have mad respect for him and what he's done. I won't go as far as agree as that he's the GOAT because, yeah, the accolades might be there, but I think some of them are skewed just for the fact that he was Vince's poster boy. And so I kind of, I don't like that the record was broken for 17. I really didn't think that needed to be done. But I'm glad that they gave him this year to finish out his in-ring career and let him go out kind of the way he wanted to. He was willing to do different things and kind of step out of the box and what he's never done before. So big props to him. It is honestly sad to see him go, but at the same time, it kind of, it's inevitable. Honestly, you can't beat Father Time. So, but yeah, kudos to him, and I'll give the salute.
Jordan.
I think we all have made our opinions regarding our feelings towards John Cena in the scene of professional wrestling. I too am also known for expressing my feelings towards John Cena. I've always have expressed those feelings since I initially got into the scene of professional wrestling. And Watching first and foremost his retirement tour, I have mixed feelings regarding it. They could have been so much more that, in my opinion, they could have done. I'm just trying to also compare it to in recent times an individual that I had the privilege of meeting, none other than the icon Sting. His retirement tour is night and day compared to John's, and I personally feel like Sting's was way better than John's. But I get it. It's WWE. We're talking about the big leagues of professional wrestling, competing with AEW. It's night and day, but I'm not gonna deep dive, into that. That could be a whole nother discussion for a whole nother video. But sticking with the John Cena topic. Last night I was on the phone with Adrian, and the first celebrity I ever met in person was this man who we're talking about right now. It was a week after WrestleMania 22. My mom and my aunt brought me, my brother, and my cousins to the small. It was packed. It was impossible for the common mall shopper to walk in just to get a freaking slushie at the food stand. It was impossible for anybody to get inside the mall. That's how packed it was. And I didn't know what we were in there for. All of a sudden, I heard an ocean of people from one side of the mall, and it got closer. The closer it got was when I locked eyes with the man that everyone was cheering for, and that was John Cena. So I was starstruck. I was blown away. So watching his match last night, I personally felt like, since it is another topic, people felt like the match should have been written in a different direction. Maybe to some, in John Cena's favor of having him win. But we all know the role in wrestling. You're walking out the door, you're walking out laying on your back. And not gonna lie, the few minutes that he had to himself amongst his fellow peers and everyone in the locker room, him watching the tribute video that they made for him, it definitely shed a tear for me.
Yeah.
Me and my brother, we'd always butt heads. He was the John Cena fanatic. I was not. So every match, every pay-per-view, I'm going against John, and he's rooting for John. He has the hustle, loyalty, respect. He has the freaking snapback hat. He has the spinner belt. I'm just the guy that's just like, Cena sucks. Cena sucks. But yeah, it's definitely an end of an era. Some would say that it's WWE has finished since last night. I will, I guess, join the bandwagon alongside with you, Eric, and that would be to give him a proper salute. Thank you, Mr. Cena, for what you have done in the sport that gave us an outlet. And wow.
Yeah, I'm going to kind of echo what you guys said. I didn't really grow up too much of a John Cena fan. I was in his first year or two. But then once he went against Triple H at WrestleMania 22 in Chicago, Triple H was always my favorite. So that really kind of made turn on Cena. And hi, bud. He always seemed very forced. He had to always win. And I don't know, his character was very vanilla, very kind of bland in a lot of ways to me. However, I do think a lot of my negative feelings towards Cena as a character, and this is all a character, not as the person. As a person, I'm sure he's a swell guy. Like, I don't know the guy, but like, this is just as the character. I think a lot of my negative opinions stem from the fact that I grew up in the Attitude Era and the Nitro era, where everything was a little bit more edgy and risque and push the envelope a little bit more. So when you had somebody like Cena, who was the epitome of a white meat baby face. It was just kind of like, it was really boring. But in the back of my mind, I was always like, after the 5th year, 10th year, 15th year, 20th year of him being this all-American baby face, in my mind, I was like, man, if they turn him heel and do this right, it could potentially be in the category, maybe not pass up, but be in the category of the Hogan heel turn. And we had the privilege of interviewing Eric Bischoff just a couple weeks after Cena's heel turn. And we asked him, because at the time, WWE ranked Hogan as number 2 and heel turn and Cena as number 1. And we all laughed. Even Eric himself was just kind of like, of course they have to do that. Like, what do you expect? But I'm sorry. His last run, in my opinion, was a huge disappointment. And his heel turn was, there was literally no point to it. I understand that plans changed because that rapper guy in WWE had a falling out or whatever. But Theo's excited too. But yeah, it was just, it was very much a disappointment and very lackluster. And I know that it probably wouldn't have been received positively, but if they didn't have an idea of what to do with Cena, which they clearly did not, they own the rights to the NWO. Redo it. If you're going to have a whole run of it literally being just nothing, why not at least capitalize on the NWO name? I mean, at least you're going to make it relevant. I mean, it's still relevant, but you're going to maybe sell some more shirts and merchandise and whatever. It was very disappointing. And right, Theo, very disappointing. I hate to say this, but I kind of felt like it was a little bit of a whimper of a last run for a person and a character who had such a legendary career. He definitely was not my favorite, but truthfully, like if you're gonna be honest with yourself, he is probably on. If you're truly being unbiased, the Mount Rushmore, the 4 names of professional wrestling: Bruno Sammartino, Hulk Hogan, Austin, Cena. And it's, love him or hate him, he had one hell of a career, one hell of a run. Yeah. Wasn't really a fan of the last match. I did want to touch on that really quick. I wasn't a fan that, I wasn't mad or anything that he lost. I wasn't even upset that he tapped out. I think he probably should have, considering like he never did, right? It just seemed like there was no, it just seemed like it almost like fell flat. Like I was expecting more to the match, like more gaga or what have you, but there was something about it that just, it seemed a little, I don't know, flat is the word that keeps coming to mind. Eric, Jordan, do you guys have an opinion on that?
Good. I have mixed feelings about it, honestly, because I knew it could have gone both ways. It's either, hey, he wins and give him this nice send-off, which would have been really nice, or it's, hey, let him lose and promote and push the up-and-coming wrestler, which is, we all know that's what they've been doing very heavily with Gunther the last couple years. They love him. They like his style. They like his look. They like that he's a heel. And obviously this is the second kind of platter or whatever you want to call it to Gunther that they gave, because he's the one who ended Goldberg's run also now. So now he's beat 2 legends that'll be certified Hall of Famers, no doubt. And they gave Gunther the win over both of them. Now, let's be honest, the Goldberg thing, he's way far beyond his prime. Okay, so that wasn't really anything to talk about. Cena is better in shape and ring wise than Goldberg, but even it's his last match, so like even he, isn't wrestling him in his prime in any way. So how can you really say, that he's a career killer? I think that they're gonna kind of start using that as a little tagline for him. Kind of like what they started doing with Randy Orton, honestly. But he was kind of the first to do it. Yeah, I have mixed emotions about it. And honestly, I would have preferred him just to take the win. Honestly, with the whole tap out and whatever, it kind of just feels like it went against everything that he believed, that he spoke for, that he promoted, and then he literally just gives up. Like, what is his slogan? Never give up, and he taps out. Like, to me, that was a kind of a real shit show for WWE to do that to him. And honestly, the overall reaction that Cena had at the end of the match, honestly, almost felt like me that Cena was not happy with how it went or how it ended. He was just kind of playing along and just kind of going with it because he knew it was his last one. So, and they're like, hey, like, we want you to kind of promote and push Gunther. So could you, take the pin or take the loss? And I don't know, it didn't really sit well because it didn't make a lot of sense. Like, after 23 years and all of a sudden he's like, oh, I'm going to tap out now. Like, that's crazy to me. So I don't know. It was very weird. I loved the boos, honestly, from the crowd. The crowd was crazy into that match. Like, they were swearing at Gunther. Then they were booing the crap out of Triple H just because I think they didn't like the way it went. And it's just like, dude, like, this guy gave everything for this company for 23 years, put it on his back, and yet you're just going to let him lose? Like, I didn't understand it, but at the same time I do. So it just depends on who you talk to and and how they feel about it. But yeah, very mixed feelings for me, for sure. Jordan.
I'm a huge Gunther fan. I watched him prior to WWE or prior to signing with NXT UK as Walter, and what WWE is doing with him now, in my opinion, they're doing wonders. Absolutely love what they're doing with Gunther. I just personally didn't feel like he needed to fit in that role of portraying John Cena's last opponent. With how the match ended, I would have been, like I said, I'm okay with John losing because that is traditional. But with how it ended, I would have rather that he just didn't tap out. He fainted because he refused to tap because, again, Eric, you said it, he never gives up. The smile on his face, I have mixed feelings about it towards the end. I'm like, you're kind of breaking character. You're kind of taking away the aura that is professional wrestling, what you guys are doing. But you could have tweaked it in a way where you're just like, you feel yourself fainting. You feel yourself like having the air coming out of you. And you could have, smiled and then laid to rest as the referee calls. And he's just like, that's it. It's over. I would have preferred that a lot more. I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about this. I know this was another fan rumor that spread all across the internet with Adam Copeland, also known as Edge, making that announcement during his time in AEW, say, listen, I need to step out really quick. You got to figure things out on your own. Directed to Christian Cage. Everyone immediately thought, wait, is he stepping out to possibly go toe-to-toe with John one last time? Because I personally like to think, I know people think, John Cena's greatest rival was Randy Orton. I'd like to think it was Edge. He brought something out of John that we didn't see as often. Like one of my personal matches was 2006 Unforgiven, that TLC match when Edge was the WWE champion in his hometown in Canada, and the entire arena wanted one thing, and that was for John Cena to not walk out as the champion. It literally felt like Rocky versus Drago. And towards the end, you kind of, felt the fans swaying a little bit more so towards John's side, especially after he won. That was in my opinion, one of John's greatest matches. So that is somebody who I would have rather preferred to wrestle John in his possible last match. But then I'm also looking at, the current state of where WWE's at. Who else is truly worthy? Or who else would you guys would have, preferred to have had John Cena wrestle for his last opponent?
Yeah.
I mean, even the John Cena farewell tour, whoever wins will be able to, compete with John Cena. That whole tournament thing to me was just nothing but complete and utter BS. But yeah, again, there are mixed feelings regarding the match. I've seen a few people mention that even what they did afterwards with John Cena giving a few minutes to himself after the match ended, it was lackluster. I like to think it was again, it was good enough for me to shed a tear. So I'll leave it at that. But yeah, like I don't know. Shit, they could have signed us to wrestle John Cena. I think we would have made it a lot better. MWA versus John Cena. But
I'll say this is the one time I'll give AEW props that I think that they did something better than WWE. Sting's retirement run.
Yes.
I thought was amazing. I really did. And that's not a shot at AEW. It's just AEW isn't my thing.
Yeah,
but I'm sorry. I think Sting's retirement tour farewell match was leaps and bounds. There was energy. There was, the run-ins, the blast from the past. You had they weren't just sitting around at ringside. Like that was great.
Yeah, his kids come in and partake in that whole environment with their dad and stuff like that. It is indeed a shame. I don't know if you guys heard this, but I forgot what interview John was on. I think it was the Chris Van Vliet interview that he did with him a few weeks back, and John mentioned that his original dates that he had in mind were somewhere. He had like a little over 200 dates that he wanted scheduled for the farewell tour. And WWE denied it, and they're like, no, you will need less than 100. That's all you need. And yeah, like again, if you're gonna let this guy walk out on his own terms, and this is a guy that carried your freaking company for over 2 decades, grant him that. I probably would have been a little bit more satisfied that John had 200 plus dates throughout the entire year rather than it be under 70 dates. That's not even half of the freaking year. So again, this was a conversation I was bringing up to a lot of people today at work that know that I follow wrestling and that I know that they follow wrestling. And there's so many people that have mixed feelings about it. And I'm a huge believer in you listen to what the fans want. The fans don't lie about what they want. And they've been making their complaints. They're making their opinions known throughout all different types of platforms for months now. And last night with how the fans reacted to Triple H, even during the press conference, was proof in the pudding right there that there are definitely dire need of changes that need to happen ASAP. It's a shame because I feel like John definitely deserved a lot more than what he received last night in that match.
That's great stuff. I guess we'll cut there with the John Cena talk because we've gone pretty much since we started the show here about almost half an hour. So yeah, just a lot to kind of dissect with this thing. But yeah, just kind of strong feelings, even if you don't like them, and if you do love them, we have feelings about it. So it is what it is. But yeah, just like we stated, salute to Cena for what he did, and thanks for the 23 years that he gave his heart, soul, body for the industry and just entertaining us everywhere. And he'll be missed for sure. Not from everybody, but from most per se. So, but with that, we'll kind of get going here and move on with the show to get some more kaiju stuff going. Let's see. So speaking of Godzilla, shifting gears here, we got our first teaser look at the new. I shouldn't even say new Godzilla, but what Godzilla is supposed to look like in the new season of Monarch. Honestly, I don't see a lot of difference. Honestly, it just this kind of looks like it is just Godzilla. Like there's nothing crazy about this, in my opinion. Obviously, lighting and how it's shot obviously might make him look a little bit different, but until I see like a really nice clear image of what he is and what he's going to look like, I don't think he's going to change at all. I still think we should just basically see what we kind of saw from 2019 and 2021, honestly. So, Jordan, what are your thoughts about it?
Oh, we've said it a plethora of times. More Godzilla is good Godzilla. Obviously, this season will be more heavily based on Kong, as rumor has it. But come on, you can't have season 2 of Monarch and not have Godzilla involved in this season. That will be airing February, I believe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited. It's also nice to see new clips of Godzilla, whether if it just be something like this, where it's just him rising above the ocean. There's a freaking storm in the background, him roaring. Like, it's basic, generic, but hey, listen, I'm all for it. I can't wait to see what they're going to do with the Godzilla now that Kong is going to be more heavily involved in season 2. I wonder if they're going to interact for the first time or something like that. I don't know. Only one way to find out, and that is to wait till February of next year.
Yeah, absolutely. Joe?
All right, I gotta say this fast because Mr. Man's getting fidgety and not in a good mood. I'm excited. I think it looks. I'm starting to sweat. What's that Reba McEntire song? I'm a Survivor. This looks great. I think it's a great little sizzle clip of the King of the Monsters. How badass does Godzilla look? Come charging out of a hurricane or something, roaring with his dorsal plates lit up. That looks amazing. I'm surprised with the amount of people that I saw that thought that that Godzilla wouldn't be in the in the new season. Like, I understand that Kong was teased at the end of the first, and so that kind of would mean that he would probably take more of a center stage. But I still expect a Godzilla to be in it, whether it be, the group from 50 years ago or whatever it was, they follow Godzilla or something, and, the modern day group follow Kong or whatever. But I think he looks great, and I'm excited about it.
Yeah, just really quick, I just want to add, just thinking about this when you guys were talking, is that maybe this shot is Godzilla breaking through the storm for Skull Island. Maybe he's finally coming in there. Maybe we finally get some backstory more about Godzilla and Kong being arch rivals. Who knows? Maybe that this could be a thing. Maybe that's why he's kind of breaking through a tsunami or whatever, a tropical storm, because obviously we know Skull Island is surrounded by a tropical storm. So who knows? Maybe he is kind of coming there. So who knows? We'll see. But Adrian has popped into the show. What's going on, Adrian? Are you able to talk? Are you able to speak?
Yes, I am. Before I throw this computer outside my damn window. Lord have mercy. I've been here for over an hour trying to mess this stupid computer, but I finally got it on. Finally.
Hey, no worries. What are your thoughts about this new teaser look for Godzilla?
Honestly, I didn't catch everything y'all said, but I did catch the tail of what you said, Eric. This probably is when he's going to be coming through Skull Island. I'm assuming that's what the show is from during that storm, and I'm probably expecting him to probably come towards the end of the series, right before they try and move Kong to that dome. Maybe they're trying to get that dome up before Godzilla attacks. Who knows? But I'm fine with just a little bit Godzilla in this season of Skull Island. It'll be interesting to see what they do with it.
Yeah. I had no doubts that Godzilla would be in Monarch season 2. So I had no doubts whatsoever. So, All right, moving on. So it looks like we got some new Funkos coming our way, and a particular an admin of us, our co-host, Mr. West himself, is a big Alien fan, and I see we have some Alien Funkos coming up here. Looks like we got a face hugger, we got the baby alien in a cryo tube, we got the chest burst, and then looks like we have Ripley in front of like the poster that I think that we got that what was it, Godzilla versus Mothra kind of thing, like kind of the bigger one with the poster, and you get the Funko Pops with it, which is really cool. So these are pretty neat. I don't think I've seen these. Anybody interested in picking these up at all? Probably not you, Jordan, because I know you're not Alien fan. You're more Predator like I am. You know, Predator reigns supreme over Alien. Let's be honest here. It's more interesting. You do a lot more things with Predator than you can with Alien. But yeah, what do you guys think of this, and are you going to get them?
So me myself, Adrian, I probably won't get them. I probably won't be getting them myself. I mean, they're pretty cool, especially the one that has the alien bursting out of his chest. But yeah, I probably won't be getting these. I try and stay with pop figures around superheroes and anime with Godzilla stuff sprinkled in there, but I don't need to go down this rabbit hole. I'm good.
And I'm sure Jordan, we already know you don't even have to speak. You just go, yeah.
Hey, you know what? That's all you want? And there you go.
All right, good enough. I'll take it. We're going to move on then. Okay. So we got some more news with the ongoing Ultraman series, Ultraman Omega. And we have a new power-up or version, I guess you could call him, whatever you want to, just kind of attributes that he gets. Medio Kaiju? Medio? Is that what it's called? Okay, Medio Kaiju. I want to make sure I'm saying that right. Is there more pictures that we have here? Okay, perfect. Yeah, I did see this recently hit the interwebs, and Subaraya kind of promoting his new look, his new power-up, so that's pretty cool. I was thinking this the other day. I was like, it's a very unique color scheme that they have, that they're going with him. Obviously like the crimson red, and then now they're going kind of like a teal green. It's very different than what we're kind of used to with any of the Ultramans. So it's very different. I like that they're doing things out of the box, and it's really cool. I'm really excited to watch this series. I haven't watched this one yet. I actually haven't watched Ultraman Arc yet as well. So I am like two seasons behind, but regardless, I will watch this. I'm gonna go with you, Adrian, first, because I think I know Jordan, what you'll kind of say and what you are thinking. But Adrian, you kind of go first. What do you think about this? Does this interest you more into wanting to watch this new series, or this doesn't do it for you?
This is kind of interesting. Kind of reminds me some type of fusion is, I think, is what's going to happen, at least from the looks of it, or maybe kind of like a Mega Godzilla 2 and Garuda situation. So this is interesting. I kind of want to see where this goes, which I definitely need to start watching Ultraman. I'm already halfway through the first season, so I need to actually get that finished so I can start moving on to the newer generation of Ultraman. I am kind of curious on exactly what this power-up is going to do for Ultraman.
Absolutely. Jordan, what do you think?
You're damn right. I'm all about this. Yeah. So, Adrian, just to throw a little bit more insider feed regarding this specific look. So Ultraman Omega does tend to have this new gimmick where it's kind of going back in the sense of what Ultra 7 was, where Ultra 7 would have his capsule monsters. In this case, Ultraman Omega has his Medio Kaiju. They're all based off of the 4 Japanese sacred beasts, specifically the dragon, the wolf, phoenix, and turtle. And this is their 4th, and I'm assuming it's their final one that was revealed. This new Medio Kaiju, I believe it's named Gamadon. So every gimmick that they have, they were able to basically turn into armor for Ultraman Omega, and they all had their own unique abilities. I'm assuming maybe this is going to be more water-based, maybe, since this specific meteor kaiju does resemble a lot of like a sea turtle. But I am all for this, man. I have been up to date with Ultraman Omega, all but 2 episodes behind. Been watching it sub since it came out. I know that the English dub is currently out. I think only episodes 1 and 2, maybe. I'm not too sure. But yeah, I am truly excited to see what lies behind this new Meteor Kaiju and what that will lead for Ultraman Omega to use Gamadon in battle.
Yeah, this reminds me of reminiscence of Ultraman X, honestly, and what that kind of started. And I really like Ultraman X. Actually, it's one of my more favorite new generation series. Actually, I'm actually going to go back into it and rewatch it again because I've only watched it once. But it has one of my favorite villains in that series, which is at the very end. And if you know, you know. But I won't say too much of that. But as one of my favorite villains at the end because it was so different, so unique, and just kind of creepy at the same time. So if you want to know what I'm talking about, go check out Ultraman X. Go to the very end and check out the very last villain and see who I'm talking about. So, but with that, I'm gonna keep going on here and have Jordan think.
Yeah, I am thinking. I have different answers, but I don't want to assume. I gotta. Yeah. Oh man, listen, I've gotten into Ultraman. What really drew my attention to Ultraman, believe it or not, was towards the end of Ultraman Orb, when Ultraman would have the ability to transform into. Oh my goodness, I forgot this gimmick's name, but he was able to fuse with Belial. And he would have like an alter ego where he was I think it's called like Alter Burst or something like that. I don't know. Then following up with Jeed. Jeed was what drew me back into Ultraman. And I've been up to date with it ever since. So I am now curious to see what is that final kaiju in Ultraman X.
So moving on here, we got some new high grade figures announced, and we're getting some more Gamera. We're getting Gamera 99, and it looks like Iris from the third Heisei Gamera film, celebrating 60 years of Gamera this year. So that's really great. Unfortunately, I'm not a big high grade collector. I don't necessarily collect a lot of the smaller guys. I used to when I was a early up and coming collector, but I kind of since then graduated, I guess you can say, and moved on to bigger and more expensive things. But everybody has their niche. Everybody has their thing that they love to collect. So I love that they're kind of bringing out new sculpts of this stuff and, getting stuff that people maybe haven't had a chance to get. Now they have a chance to kind of get it more accessibly. So are you guys interested in picking these up at all?
That's a good question.
Oh.
I was pondering it.
No, these do look amazing. I like how this specific sculpt of Gamera is representing his look in the poster. I forgot which poster to be exact. For anyone that's a huge fan of Gamera 3, you guys would be able to identify which poster I'm talking about. If I come across these, I'll probably get them. Obviously, if they're for a good price. I know a store that sells them out of state. You guys probably know. Every time I go to Jersey, I always come back with like Godzilla or Kaiju knickknacks. This is what I'm talking about. I probably have these. I acquired the Gamera 2 Gashapons. I'm actually a huge fan of Gashapon figures. And again, if I come across these, I would definitely pitch in to try to get them.
Okay. Adrian?
Yeah, as far as the little guys go, I'm not really too fond into the high grade figures. They do look really good, and I'm excited for everybody who does get the opportunity to be able to grab it. But I won't be picking these up for myself.
Oh, I see. We're getting a Gauss also, and looks like a battle damage 99 and a normal 99. So that's cool. Add a little flair to your hyper figures. These are basically like Gashapon figures, maybe a little tad bigger than your typical Gashapon, but they're basically about the same thing. So, but these usually come in boxes, as the Gashapons come in the little plastic balls. So, let's see. Oh, we have a new crossover. We have Godzilla and My Hero Academia. I have not seen this actually. I have not watched My Hero Academia, so I don't know anything about any of these characters or what this is. I'm doing my own personal journey through One Piece, so that's big enough. So, like, you know, I can't go on to something else and figure out that one. I have to focus on one, and that is it. So that is kind of my thing right now. But this is very cool, very interesting. Like I said, I haven't heard or seen any of this before. Obviously, I'm gonna go with you, Jordan, first, and you kind of give me your thoughts and opinions on this and kind of what it means, honestly.
So, I will be the first to admit it's not the first time that My Hero has collaborated with Godzilla. Okay. Fun fact, Eric, you probably were aware of this during the time of the peak of My Hero when season 1 came out and they were promoting their first movie. Godzilla actually showed up as one of the heroes in the movie.
Really?
Yeah, it was only for a brief second. One of it being was that Toho was one of their main distributors for the movie to be released, and I believe the character's name was Godzilla. It wasn't Godzilla, but it was Godzilla. It was literally Heisei Godzilla walking with this badass cape.
That's what that is. That's where it came from.
Yeah, that's what that is.
Okay. And he's made a few other cameos from other featured films from My Hero Academia. Never, played in a major role, which I would have killed to have seen. But this is nice to see that they have, an additional choice of collectibles. Fun fact, last night was also the last episode of My Hero Academia. Mm-hmm. It has officially ended.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was another big thing that outside of the wrestling community, but that the anime community was, in awe of, and kind of emotional. Oh my goodness. I mean, I'm kind of far back from My Hero. I'm only a season behind, but yeah, this was mine and Michelle's love language when we first started dating. And it's been something that I've always been up to date with. I'm a huge fan of it. I have a decent chunk of collectibles regarding My Hero Academia. When I met Chris Sabbath, I had him sign my All Might Funko, since that's one of the characters that he played in the show. And yeah, so it is nice that they continue to throw in this little collaboration of nice little collectible figures between two IPs. It's just really, really cool and really nice.
Nice. Adrian, what do you think about this?
So I haven't seen My Hero Academia either. The fact that it ended yesterday I'm tempted to actually go back and watch it because I know my best friend, he loved the show, honestly, himself, and some of my other friends do too. So I'm curious to see how the show is, but this collab together, I definitely see it happening, especially with what Javon just kind of dropped down for us as well. But seeing them with other characters is pretty cool also, especially the officially Godzilla characters with My Hero Academia. It's a pretty cool mashup.
Yeah. And Lewis was just mentioning Godzilla's on everything, and honestly, I know you're new to the fandom, but honestly, this stuff in the last couple of years is the most we've ever gotten out of Godzilla and Toho, and that's because they have changed the leadership and they actually established a Godzilla International branch that's actually stationed over here in the US to help market Godzilla a bigger and broader thing. So yeah, you're going to see a lot of this stuff, and it just kind of keeps sparking because Godzilla is hot right now. The whole kaiju kind of genre is hot right now, but specifically Godzilla is hot. just because obviously the movies, the Academy Award, kind of all that stuff kind of really bumped it up, and it doesn't seem like to be slowing down at all, which is really great. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, don't oversaturate the market with this and that. And what it was like, dude, you obviously didn't go through the dark ages when you were a Godzilla fan, when you had absolutely nothing to look forward to. You were literally like Indiana Jones and the Raider of the Lost Ark trying to find one particular Godzilla merchandise that was actually cool, dude. So all of this stuff is great, and I just say keep it coming. So I'm not gonna argue with this whatsoever. But moving on here, we got a new Godzilla model kit coming up from KOC. Is Godzilla 2001 or GMK Godzilla. This is sculpted by Ibaraki because he is the man behind KOC, and it looks like we are getting a new kit from him. I don't know what size this is. I don't know if this is his 28 centimeter size or if this is bigger, but I think what I remember is that, he works on Spiral Studio stuff also. And I think he retooled this particular GMK Godzilla to be more hunched over, to be kind of more screen accurate. He himself even thought that the spiral representation wasn't completely suit accurate. He wanted it to be a little bit more slouching and hunched over. So I think he's just kind of coming out with another model kit. So other than that, you and your feet. But obviously, I'll start with you, Jordan. What do you think of this? Does this pique your interest? I'm sure it does, because some of us know what you love about this particular incarnation of Godzilla. So
we're talking about.
Let us have it.
We're talking about a GMK model kit.
Snappy.
I, unfortunately, because of you, Eric, I have been on a model kit wave as of late. Hence the reason why I got this as my first kit. Thank you, Marcel.
Actually, we're gonna be honest, Jordan. I'm the reason you got that, because I talked you into it.
Okay, you know what?
Hold up.
You weren't there.
Adrian, who got you into it?
I know you got me into it. I give you credit all the time, Eric.
So really, it's me. It's me who got everybody into it. So there you go.
But I got him into that one specifically, is what I'm saying. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, you might have been next to me to help me get a good deal, but you weren't there for me when Michelle was beating me that same night when I bought it. You're like, oh, this is your problem, pal. I'm like, damn, thanks for being a good friend. But no, obviously, I know you were there with me, bro. Oh my goodness, that is a whole nother story for another day. But of course, Eric being the guy that I got introduced to regarding his model kits, I'm like, oh damn, dude, like, is this really the wave? And he was just like, yeah, dude, like, listen, once you get one, you're gonna want to continue to get more. It's like getting a tattoo. Once you get one tattoo, you want to keep on getting more. So yeah, I will say in the near future, stay tuned for 2 kits that have been sent out to a very specific individual that I have working on a few things that I've bought in. But this, of course, is GMK. I might look into it once more info starts leaking on the internet. But I do have a crap ton of other kits that I am currently in search of. Oh, wait.
Hold on. I know what you were gonna do.
Wait.
Hold on. So I will say that he is not the reason why I got into it, but he definitely helped push me more into getting something and starting, because I've been into model kits for a long time. Like I had Kyoto model kits, and stuff, and that's how I started. I never really got into the resin model kits until somebody started kind of pushing it more. He started getting into it. I'd watch his reviews. So I will say and give him a small piece of credit for helping me push me and get into that. a little bit more. But yes, Mr. Chambers himself, I will acknowledge you with the one up, man. I'll give you a half of one. I don't know. We'll see. But yes, you were definitely the catalyst to help push the modeling community kind of over the edge and kind of start showing off a lot more of that stuff as you got that those kits in and done by Marcellus or Greg or Mark or anybody else that you had stuff done for you. So yes, I will give you that credit where you're the catalyst for it all. So,
miss you,
but
buddy.
Adrian, what do you think about this kit? Are you going to get this kit?
I'm super tempted, honestly. I'm very tempted to get this kit because I haven't gone a model kit in a while, and this would be my first Millennium model kit if I were to go after this. I do want to see the specs on it. I want to know how big it is and things of that nature before I deep dive into it. But I might get this because this is a lot more accurate than Spiral Studios, which is literally sitting right there. I do like this is more hunched over because that's how we saw this Godzilla in the film, the majority of the film. So I'm seriously considering getting this.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I'm the same. I haven't gotten a model kit as of late, but just other things that I've focused on right now. So then you think
you're so
you don't feel Lucy enough? All right, on to Articulated. We finally got a in color painted up version of Tiamat from Hiya. Looks really, really cool. I will say right off the bat that didn't expect these colors, honestly, and I think I actually even commented on somebody who posted it in the group, honestly, that it's very different. I was expecting more purple, more blues, because that's kind of what we saw her in the film, but I know people like this different color scheme and the kind of different look that they're kind of going with Tiamat. And maybe I'm completely wrong, and maybe she is more green and more like pinkish per se. I don't know, and maybe that's just kind of a lighting thing, and maybe I'm just completely wrong, but it looks cool. She looks, her presence looks crazy, dominating. Honestly, it's very unique kaiju overall. I thought she was kind of done wrong in the movie, but it kind of, it is what it is. Kind of when you go up against the King of the Monsters himself, you kind of get wrecked. So Adrian, what do you think of this? And do you plan on getting this this girl?
That's a good question because I actually really did like Tiamat in the movie, and this is honestly pretty wicked. And I'm glad that Hiya does do so many different versions of kaijus and stuff like that for the MonsterVerse. So I might support it. I might support it and get this Tiamat because this does look pretty wicked. And I think I still have the Godzilla Evolved pre-ordered, so I'm kind of probably pair her with this, honestly. Pair her with him, honestly, because this is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Jordan, I know you're not the biggest Articulated fan, but what do you think of this overall?
I will say when I saw the prototype of this at New York Comic Con in the Hiya booth, this was the one that caught my eye the most.
Okay.
I'm a huge fan of Tiamat since her initial debut in Godzilla Dominion, the graphic novel. I'm a huge fan of the color scheme. I was actually deep diving to our friend Dope Pope's page, since he was the man behind creating the design and the look for Tiamat for Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire. And there are some hints of green in the main body. But then I go, deep diving into the internet, and there's a plethora of colorways for Tiamat's. But the more iconic one is obviously, the hints of blue and stuff like that, again, from her initial depiction in Dominion. But I think the green is perfectly fine. I think it fits her very, very well, especially with the pink and all that other stuff, and a little, splatter of white. But yeah, it's a pass for me. Eric, you mentioned that I'm done with the articulated game in collectibles. But for anybody that acquires this, I would kill to see this in person. I will say, I mean, we've said it all the time. Hiya has been the predominant and current reigning champions regarding articulated figures, and despite me not being in the articulated figure collecting wave anymore, I am on the hunt for their 91 Godzilla. I've seen a plethora of reviews of it, and I'm like, oh man, it reminds me of when SH Monsters released the 72 Godzilla, and I'm like, how can I pass up on this? Like, it looks so good. So if Tiamat does that for me as to what 72 Godzilla did and what 91 Godzilla is doing for Hiya, then I'll definitely look into this. But as of right now, it is a no for me.
Yeah. Real quick, Lewis was asking how big is it. I believe this is supposed to scale with obviously your typical articulated, which is about 7 inches, I believe. That's kind of what about your normal articulated figures are. So this will scale with that. Obviously, she's going to be pretty long because obviously she's a serpent. So obviously she'll get longer than that. But yeah, she's supposed to scale with everything else that's in the Hiya line and the articulated line. So even if you have Monster Arts, she should scale well with that. Jordan, what you got?
So she is 40 centimeters. If you want to calculate that into inches, it is damn near almost 16 inches long.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. So she's a long one.
15.7 inches to be exact. Yeah. Lewis, I know you like collecting a decent chunk of articulated stuff. And I know you just got into the Godzilla collecting game. So we'll definitely talk more on the side regarding this whenever it does release. But yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so she gonna be a big girl. All right. And I'm gonna let Adrian take this away because I know Samson sent you these and you guys talked about this. And unfortunately, he wasn't able to make it tonight. So I know you kind of know a little bit more of a backstory about this. He kind of told me. But since you're here, I'll let you explain what is going on here because this has to do with gaming news. And obviously, we know Samson is a big gamer for us here at MWA. Myself, Jordan, and Adrian, we are gamers also. We just don't have our own Twitch channels to do it and game on our own time. So we always hear news about gaming, and obviously here at MWA, we want to spread the word about all the stuff that we love. So, Adrian, the floor is yours, and let us know what this is.
All right. So, of course, the big news in the gaming world, Leon has returned to the new Resident Evil Requiem. So Leon will be making his return to the Resident Evil franchise. And I didn't play Resident Evil too much or really at all when I was younger, but I know how iconic that series is and how much Leon's a big staple of that series. So it's gonna be pretty cool to see him come back.
Yeah, absolutely. Jordan, did you ever play any Resident Evil games?
Is Godzilla in it?
No.
Oh my God.
So that would be a no?
That would be a no.
Yeah. I think so.
I forget because Jordan is not a first-person shooter fan. He does not play those games. And that's what Resident Evil is. It's either first or third-person shooter. So I get it. I'm sorry. I forgot that you do not go into that realm of gaming.
It's all right,
my
buddy.
bad. It's my bad. I should have known. But I myself have played Resident Evil games in the past. I played number 5. I played number 2. But I haven't played anything as of recent, honestly. Honestly, I don't always have the time. Always kind of busy, but I try and game as much as I can. hopefully maybe when my kids grow up and out of the house, maybe I'll actually have time to game. But
Right.
until then, I have this catalog of just a whole bunch of games that I love to play or would like to play someday. And I'll just have to add all of this stuff to that collection. But yeah, it's kind of cool that they're bringing Leon back. What Samson told me is that he hasn't been in a Resident Evil game since number 6. And obviously we know he was one of the OGs back in the day. So the fans, I think, of the franchise are very excited for this. I feel like people have wanted this for probably a while, because when you kind of get attached to a said character, you kind of want to keep going with them. And when they bring in somebody else, it's just like, oh man, like I really wanted this person back, or I really like this person. I don't want to change it at all. So I'm sure people are getting what they want. They, have wanted Leon for a while, and it's kind of cool that he is coming back for the new Resident Evil game, Resident Evil 9. So pretty cool. Yeah, here's some more photos of some of the gameplay with Leon in it. Obviously, Resident Evil is a gruesome zombie game, and he is making his return to the infamous Resident Evil. Lewis, we need a Giga Bash battle one time. I know we still gotta hook that up and get that all together so we all kind of have it and we all can actually do like a live battle with each other, and I think it'd be a lot of fun. So we'll have to talk about that and get that hooked up and whatnot. Jordan, if you want to quick in, get that little tidbit or that little piece of news in here. Yeah, I think we can definitely sneak it in here before we say goodbye.
Yeah. Oh man, let me see if I'm able to hook something up here. Whatever, I don't have time to do that. I don't want to get off of here.
I know what you're talking. Yeah. I know what you're talking about now, and I want to find that now, because that is kind of a good piece of news, honestly.
Yeah, and it correlates a little bit of what we are known for here at MWA. Talking about video games and professional wrestling and stuff like that of that nature.
Yes. Man. Here we go. I will share my screen here.
You found it, Eric? I was about to share it too.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's see here. Yeah. So this is someone else's post. Just kind of have to go through this, but yes. This was kind of big news because they finally revealed all the character posters for the characters for the new upcoming movie Street Fighter. And some I agree with, some I'm like scratching my head like, what the heck kind of thing. But kind of it is what it is. But here we have Ryu. He's the first one that came. We have Ken. Then we have Chun-Li. And then, boy, oh boy, Mr. Guile himself. The American Badass. Come on, baby, the American Badass.
Listen. Would you rather this look or Jean-Claude Van Damme's interpretation?
Oh, dude, every day of the week, I want authenticity. So I'm going for this all day long. All day long. I don't care how ridiculous his hair looks. I want authenticity. So, yes.
He looks so cool.
I know, dude. I know.
Man, I can't wait.
Let's see who else we got. We got Vega. He is coming. We got Balrog. So 50 Cent is
use a window shopper. Many men. Many men wish death on me.
We got Blanca as Jason Momoa, so that's pretty interesting. Blanca was always my favorite because he was very animalistic. He was, just kind of the coolest kind of character. I mean, he was an animal that had electrical powers, like kind of how cool is that kind of thing. I just always grab my opponent, electrocute the shit out of them, and that's what I would do. I would just spam that move, like I'm gonna electrocute the shit out of you till you're dead, you know. But that's cool. Let's see who else we got. Delson. He's the stretchy dude. Zangief. I think this is a perfect casting. I think this is exactly who they needed for Zangief. E Honda. So if you, I hope they put face paint on him because he needs his face paint.
Oh yes.
If you know, you know, like he needs that. Otherwise,
Yeah,
it just doesn't look like him, honestly.
Do you guys, or Eric, do you know who this is?
No.
Wow. So,
am I missing something here?
Corey mentioned it. So the individual playing this is none other than Hiroki Goto, who is a well-earned declarative champion of New Japan Pro Wrestling. He's still an active wrestler in their roster, and just recently he won for the very first time out of being with the company for a plethora amount of years, the IWGP World Championship. He's been the never open weight champion, a few-time heavyweight tag team champion. He's feuded with the likes of Kenny Omega, a plethora of other individuals, including that of Cody Rhodes, Hiroshi Tanahashi, who is New Japan's version of John Cena, who's going to be retiring actually next month. So this, I'm not gonna lie, between Cody, 50, another individual who we will reveal later on, who I know for a fact is going to be here, and Hiroki Goto, those are the reasons as to why I am extremely excited for this film.
Nice. Okay, that's cool. M. Bison, this is absolutely horseshit. I'm sorry. You're telling me that this is the best you can get for the baddest of the bad, the evil of all evils, M. Bison, and this guy is scrawny as shit. Like, I'm sorry, but like this is a terrible casting. I'm sorry. Nothing against the actor in any way. I'm sure he's a great guy. This is not his role, and this is ridiculous, honestly. This is the one that I was like, that's trash. So
there were people that actually showcased, obviously this was an AI photo or photoshopped, John Cena playing M. Bison.
Yes, dude. Yes. And I was like, I would have accepted that more than this. Dude, for real.
Yeah, he definitely would have fit the role a lot better.
Yeah, absolutely. So disappointed in that one. And then, of course, the tribal chief has arrived. Playing Akuma is Roman Reigns. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with how he looks.
Yeah.
I was wondering how it was going to go, but we'll see. Obviously, the jury's still out. It's still early.
Mm-hmm.
But as of what I see right here, very interesting. Yeah, that's all I can really say until I actually watch the movie. So I like this, but I don't like it because I feel like Akuma is such a big character that like you're going so much with M. Bison and Akuma in the same film. I feel like they're just kind of like blowing their load in one movie, and they're not setting it up for a sequel, which kind of sucks because Akuma is, I mean, you think M. Bison's bad, like this guy is worse than M. Bison. So I hope they don't just kind of throw it all in just one movie and not have sights for another or a sequel. So we'll see, I guess. But
oh my god.
Yep, this is another one that I just don't understand. Yep, nope.
Oh. He is supposed to
be honest. Okay, I was just say I'll be honest. I don't even know who this guy is, so I have no idea.
Really?
Wow. No idea who this guy is. No idea. Like, I I know who Eric Andre is. I know him. I don't know who he's playing.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah,
I don't know his character. Yeah, I don't know his character. So that's sorry, I just don't know.
So for Andrew Schultz, the character he's playing is also another comedic fighter that you're able to play in the Street Fighter game. But I wouldn't be able to take him serious if I see him in the movie.
Okay. All right. Obviously, we have Cammy. Here. And then I don't know this chick. Julie? Is that her name? Julie?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, I think it's Julie, if I read that correctly.
It's pronounced
don't know
July.
Her. July?
No, I'm just messing with you, bro.
I don't know, so you can't say that. I don't know who she is. She must have came in like later games, and I have no idea because I'm like an OG freaking Street Fighter dude. Like, I don't know these newer people. So, let's see who else we got. We got Joe. I think I know him.
Oh, I know him. He just got off.
Oh God, yeah. And back to Ryu. So yeah, that's the cast of the upcoming movie Street Fighter, which I'd say 90% of it they hit the people who they cast, and the other 10 are no. So it'll be interesting to see what they do and how they perform and how they actually do the whole movie. Hopefully they don't just run through a lot of these characters and just kind of be fodder, because that would just be stupid and pointless. So because each character I think has their own unique story and what they have to do. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, that is you guys got anything else that you want to discuss real quick before we get out of here?
I got one more and I forgot to add it in here. Shame on me. 2 seconds. DJC. So speaking of this, actually, we're going to do a trailer reaction video for this. I have not seen it. I haven't touched it. I haven't seen anything about it. I want to do a reaction, an actual legit reaction to it. So I think we're going to record something and put it on our YouTube. So be on the lookout for that and kind of get a first feel of what this trailer gives me, because honestly, I just want to bash the shit out of it because I have no hope for the DC verse whatsoever, because James Gunn is a pile of shit. So that's my feelings about it, but you know. So yeah. So what'd you have, Adrian? What do you got? No, that was it. You're Supergirl.
Okay.
And I think that's why they put it in the slides.
Yeah. I don't think we can play it here because it's going to be banned or ban hammer or whatever. So we don't want that. So then real quick, Goji guy, what's going on, man? Haven't seen you in a while. You all making it to G Fest again? Absolutely.
That's
absolutely. The MWA is going to be present and accounted for at 2026 G Fest. So we will see you there for sure.
Yep.
Absolutely. With that, I think that is it for us tonight. Thank you all for watching, sticking around, talking all this crazy stuff with us. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe on all of our our social medias. Like the video here if you like the content that we were talking about here. This is what we do. We talk about all the crazy geek fandom that we just love to talk about: video games, comics, Godzilla, wrestling, whatever kind of hits our feels for the week. We want to talk about it. So do us a huge favor, like this video, subscribe to the channel, share with anybody that you think would like the content of this channel that is familiar with us or likes the same things as us. We would love it and appreciate it. We're just growing every day, and it's just really awesome. We have Facebook, we have all the socials. I mean, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Follow us all there. It's just really great, and we would love to see you there and like-minded people other than yourselves. So with that, we were going to get out of here. But before we do that, I do want to do a few plugs here. because next week, December 21st at 5:30 Central, 4:30 Mountain Time, 6:30 Eastern, and 3:30 Pacific Time, we are talking The Fall of the King and the Rise, Godzilla versus Destroya, 30-year anniversary this month. And we couldn't do it alone. We had to get some help with this one, as we entrusted that with Javante Franklin, aka Goji Franklin, is going to be joining us for that show live on our YouTube channel. So if you want to talk more Godzilla vs. Destroya, this is the anniversary month as a whole. Tune in next Sunday as we talk about it. And we'll be doing a giveaway with some great, great stuff. So tune in for that. Keep an eye on our socials as we promote it and talk about it through the week. On our Facebook page, we are doing Godzilla vs. Destroya week. So share all your Godzilla vs. Destroya memorabilia or thoughts or opinions or whatever you want to do. Share it in our group. We would love to hear about it. It's be a lot of fun. Some people, this is a great film. Some people, this is not so high on their list. Some people, this is sad for them and don't like to rewatch it a lot because it just hurts their feelings. So, so don't judge, but yeah, we love it all the same. And it was a pivotal moment, honestly, in the Godzilla franchise. And we are going to discuss it as a whole with all the rest of the MWA brethren here. All the bearded goodness is going to be all on one show. So tune in for that. What? Did I miss something? Someone should fire Miss Will and destroy his name. Just saying.
Leslie, that's not the fact.
Oh my God. Whatever. Yes. I am emotional because I don't like this movie because it's sad. It's sad, and I will tell you why.
Yeah,
so.
It's okay.
But tune in for the show. But yeah, that is it for me. That's it for us. Thank you all for watching. On behalf of us at MWA, don't be a hoe. Share the show. We are your favorite podcast. We are the one. We are MWA. So like I said, like, comment, subscribe on everything. And of course, it is one phrase, 3 words. Embrace the attitude.